So it's an awesome little cabin, but it's pretty small. So
It is a little cabin.
Yes. There's not a lot of room for multiple camera angles. So normally we would have different cameras set up. Right now we've got the wide angle coming in, and that's about all we've got. So from here on in, you won't see much of me. I'm camera guy. Shane will give you the tour. I will be behind the camera. So I'll see you guys at the end.
Nice catch.
Thank you.
So this is the heat source of this little place. I mean, it doesn't need a whole lot being this small and so well insulated. But Mom found this old antique on, I don't know what, buy and sell site. So went and got it, and I have her stove for now. She'll be wanting it back eventually. But it's just a simple straight pipe. There's not even any baffles or anything in the stove. It's handle warms up pretty good when it gets going, but pumps out lots of heat for this place. We'll probably have to dampen it down pretty quick here. We got the damper at the bottom. We got a stovepipe damper. It just goes up and out through the roof. From this point on, it's insulated chimney up there. And this is an old sink actually. So it just slips up there, and then the insulated pipe sits on top of it. And then this goes into the insulated pipe. So that's how we work with holding the stovepipe where it's supposed to be, is an old sink, cut a circle out of it, and it works really well actually. It's a very strong metal, so it works well. The decor here is awesome. This bear here was taken by a hunter that came up bear hunting with us. He figured he had enough mounts, or maybe his wife decided he had enough mounts. So he left it here for us, yeah, to mount up, and it was a very nice bear, nice white mark on him. This here's a buck that I led Dad to a few years back. I'd seen him early in the season, and then he kind of disappeared for the rest of the year. And then just 2 days before the season ended, we caught up to him again, and I managed to get Dad on him. This is one that Dad got quite a few years ago. It was before any of us boys could hunt. And that's his biggest buck to date, I believe. It was an exciting hunt. You'll have to hear the story sometime. And this one here was passed on from the outfitter that we bought the business from. It was actually a wolf kill up north. The wolves had taken that down years and years ago. Beautiful big buck. Would have been a lot of mixed feelings finding that one with the wolves having torn it apart. This one is one that I got a few years back. Beautiful dark antler 5x5. He was one my brother was actually after. Sorry, Dale. Not really, but you know, try to look nice on camera. So yeah, that was a fun one. That moose there, that was my last moose that I got. And I got a really good look of this view of him as he was charging me at 10 feet. And my first shot went off between his antlers. Missed him entirely. So that's another story you guys will have to hear sometime. That was an adrenaline rush. And I guess to mention the elephant in the room, 55-inch TV. Doesn't really fit the decor, but it's my first big purchase after building this place. And because there's not really much wall space, like you look around at wall space or table space to set a TV on, I needed to set it up high, and I still wanted it big enough to be able to see things on, especially if we were showing pictures to hunters in here, so they could see the detail of the deer and the bears and whatever. That said, it was a lot bigger than I expected when I had Dale pick it up in the city. He asked what I wanted, and I gave him my budget, and he found that. He's like, well, how about a 55-inch? All right, sure, it's just a number until it shows up. And I think it was plenty big enough. Well, let's head into a bedroom here for now. This here is the room that I stay in while I'm in here. We use this cabin for hunters with Bear Central Wilderness Adventures when they come up, so bear hunters and deer hunters. But while they're not here, and when they are here, I move into Mom and Dad's house for a couple weeks out of the year. While they're not here, this is where I am when I'm not on the trap line. And yeah, this is the room that I use. Got more nice decor, bears here and deer there. It's not a big room, cozy size, but it doesn't feel like you're cramped because of the tall ceilings. Same with this room. Because it has such a tall ceiling, it doesn't feel like it's only a 10 by 14 room. it feels like there's lots of space to move around and do your thing. It doesn't feel like you're crammed into a sardine can. So this is the second room. It's pretty well exactly the same as my room. Same size, same tall ceiling. We've been storing a fridge in here for the last hunters that were here at the end of the deer season. So we had their pop and their juice in here. So it feels a little smaller because of that. But other than that, it's the same room. And between the rooms and between the bathrooms, pretty well all the interior walls, have soundproof insulation in them. The good rock salt stuff, super itchy to work with, but it works really well in case there's snorers or whatever you just want to make sure you have your privacy. The soundproof insulation does really help with that. So that is nice. That said, when you're wanting heat moving, it's best to keep the doors open. Now, if you're wanting a cold storage room, you close the door, then the insulation helps keep it a lot cooler in here than the rest of the house. So that's a bonus and a con, I guess. This is the bathroom. It's all off grid. Let's turn the light on there. We've got the shower, toilet, sink. We'll do the main tour in the other bathroom. I got 2 bathrooms. 4 when hunters are here. It's just a little bigger in there without this corner cut off on it. But I'll show you this one here. It's got light switch, light on, and a bathroom fan. Both of them have bathroom fans, which Mom doesn't have in her house, and she's very jealous. So, the sink and the shower kind of run off the same plumbing system. We have a line that comes to the sink. There's no water in here right now. I've drained it for the winter just so when I do let it freeze up, it's not an issue on the trap line. But you open the tap, get water out. Not insane amounts of water pressure because it's just gravity fed, but you don't need a whole lot. Then that drains out down the bottom and goes out down through the wall and connects back to where the shower drains out the bottom. And both sinks and both showers eventually connect in a T, and they head out on their own line. I can show you out there just at the end here. They head out to a pit, and then each toilet is its own separate system on its way out, and they each go to a pit. And both of those are fed by lines coming through the wall as well. And it all works here. We'll do a more in-depth tour of the mechanical room when I have water in here and I can show you guys everything working and power system and all that. But the main idea is that the top barrel feeds the toilets and the sinks. So I have a hose running from outside, comes through the wall and hooks over into this barrel. So that fills, and then as that fills, I open up this middle section. It fills these bottom barrels, which I have sump pumps in. Submersible pumps, and those feed both showers, one for each side. So this side goes to that bathroom, this side goes to that bathroom. This just drops it down to the shower barrels. Really simple and straightforward. But yeah, we'll have to do another episode sometime where I have water in here and I can show you guys how it all works and filling it and all that. It's actually really cool. I enjoy it. The power system here, you can take a good look. It's actually really simple. I did all the electrical myself with Dad's help, and it's wired for off-grid. So I've got a lot of plug-ins throughout the house. I've got light switches for pretty well each individual light, fans, and I have each room pretty well come into its own wire and plug in to a big surge protector. And then that goes up and plugs into a heavier cord, which right now I have plugged out. It's connected to Mom and Dad's battery pack at their house. But the plan right now, once we move it, or I mean even before, it depends on how I'm feeling I guess, is I'm going to build a battery bank probably up top here where there's some storage space. And we'll just give you a look at there and around. A little bit of storage space that I can set some batteries up, and I'll have my own isolated system. I don't need to run off of Mom and Dad's. But right now it's just easier. I've got it set up to be real simple. I can run off Mom and Dad's system and I can have lights and whatever else I need to use here. But then if I'm not using a room or for some reason I want to play a prank on someone or something, I don't know, I can unplug one cord and they'll basically just shut the power off to one room. So it's all very isolated and blocked off. It works really well. So I try to have all the lights on separate switches just to make things easier. So like in the living room here, I have 2 lights and 2 switches. And I can shut one off, leave the other one on, or turn them both on, or both off. It works well with the off-grid system. I can save power if I want, or if I have lots of power, I can brighten it up a little more if it's dark day. So it's nice. It's a little different. Let's go and show you the plumbing that comes out of the cabin real quick. Let's come back in here where it's warm. So this is one toilet coming out. There's this same thing over on that side, and between them there's just a little bit smaller piping coming out where the showers and the sinks drain out. And that's all the plumbing that's coming out of the house. It's real simple and easy. This is where the water plumbs in to fill the tanks. The way I have this set up for power right now, because I don't have my own individual battery bank inside, I'm running off of mom and dad's, is I got 2 cords here. This black cord here, this main one, that feeds the whole cabin. Everything eventually comes into here from my cabin. And this right now is plugged in to the generator because the generator is running for mom and dad anyway. I'm just running off of that. When the generator is not running, I switch to this cord, and that plugs into mom and dad's battery bank, and then I just run off of their power. And for plumbing and electrical, that's as simple as that. We'll see you back inside and get a little warm here. And that's about it for the nickel tour here, guys. Thanks for joining me. It overall cost me about $13,000 to build with everything said and done. Now, obviously that's without any labor cost because I did it all myself and with my family's help, and I really didn't pay them much at all. So it was definitely affordable for me at the time, so that was very nice. I would advise and warn though, not to build anything, not to wire anything, not to plumb anything yourself if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't have the knowledge and you're still wanting to stick to a strict budget and you're wanting to do it yourself, I would highly, highly recommend that you have someone that you can bounce ideas off of that can kind of guide you along the way so that everything is safe and done properly. You don't want to be sleeping in your new house one night and have the wiring go and the whole place go up in flames. So be safe about it, be smart about it, but if you can do it, it is really fun. And yeah, I'm glad you guys could join us. Like, comment, and subscribe. We love hearing from you guys, so put things in the comments. If you have any questions, if I missed anything, definitely put it in the comments and I'll try to answer it the best I can. Or if it's something big, maybe we'll do a whole new episode about it. But thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.